I have a confession to make. I'm a quad head. A lot of people watching this may be asking, well, what's a quad head? A quad head is just something a phrase that I've coined, saying that I love the old quadraphonic 4-channel music from the late 60s, early to mid 70s. Normal stereo that we've heard for so long has a left and right channel. The 5, 6, and 7 to 1 sound that we have today takes your stereo left to 1 and it encodes things for a left, right, front, rear. It's pretty much synthesized. Some of the better stuff, I think, is a little bit more than synthesized. But what Quadraphonic did was, back in that day, is they took the left and right signal and they split that between left and right in the front and left and right in the rear. If we were to take a 4-piece band, what they actually could do is they could put the drums, only the drums, on the left rear, only the bass guitar on the right rear, only the rhythm guitar on the front right, and only the lead guitar on the left right. They could take a lead vocal and put that on the front channel, put backup vocals on the rear channels. It was made in an attempt to fill the room with sound, kind of like what your 5, 6, and 7 to 1 sound is today. A lot of people, if you're younger, you don't know anything about it, or you may have heard about it from your parents. There's still a lot of people out there like me, people that I coin quad heads, quadraphonic lovers. There was a lot of music made back then. Not all of it made it into the quadraphonic format, because this had to be done in the studio, usually with the master tape at the time, to where the mix down, when they did a mix down, they mixed it down into 4 channels instead of 2. Instead of left and right, they mixed it down into 4 channels, left, right, front, and rear. A lot of music, like I said, did not make it. A lot of country, a lot of rock, a lot of classical, this and that. For my intents and purposes, I'm going to deal here now with only rock and country, and mainly from back in the 60s and 70s, though I can still do this with music from the 80s and 90s. I take 2-channel music and I convert it to 4-channel. And I'm wondering, here is the $1,000,000 question. Is there an interest or a market for that amongst the quad lovers out there? Is there some song, some album that you would love to have heard in 4-channel quadraphonic? I've done everything from Patsy Cline, Merle Haggard, the Beatles, the Beach Boys, and Golden Earring, Alan Parsons. I've done a lot of that. I converted a lot of that into good 4-channel. It's not as good as the best quad made in the studio back in the day, but it's as good or better, and in many cases it's better than the bad quadraphonic music recorded back in the day. This is good stuff. It's all mixed down, EQ'd, pre and post. And what I'm doing here is to find out if there's an interest for people. I'm not, if I do sell anything like this, I'm not selling the music. I'm selling my knowledge and my ability to do this. What I'm going to do here is split this up maybe into a couple sections. This first section here is just explaining what I'm doing, what I'm offering, what I can do, with a little bit of sampling, and then I will do a little bit of sampling for the finish of this, and maybe for another segment. So what you see here is a little bit of what I have. I have patch bay mixers, EQs. I have the tape players, the receivers, and I have several reel-to-reels that I can mix everything down in. What I am going to do here is to show you what it sounds like. These are my tone controls: front, rear, bass, and treble. And this is my balance controls: front, rear, and front and rear. Or I'm sorry, front, left, right, rear, left, right, and front and rear. You'll see me working these so that you can see just what it's like to do this. My reel-to-reel, it's a pretty decent Akai reel-to-reel. I've got something set up, and I may pull this out if it's not different, which I will. Walking After Midnight. Front, rear, everything. Front, left, right, rear, rear left, rear right, everything. On to the next one.